Good morning, children. Are you ready for today's class? Okay, let's continue with chapter 8, Congruency of Triangles, exercise 4. And today we are going to continue with our 7th problem. I told you yesterday to keep your graph papers ready. Are you ready with it? Very good. Okay, let's read the question and understand. Okay, let's read the question. In a squared sheet, draw two triangles of equal areas such that the triangles are congruent. The triangles are not congruent. What can you say about their perimeters? This is the question given. So first of all, what is it? We have to use squared sheet. Square means what? All sides are equal. And when all sides are equal, you know that in a graph paper, all each square, it is a squared sheet. So we are going to use the graph paper to draw the figures. In a square, if the complete square is taken into consideration, it is 1. In a square, when we draw the triangle, if it is taking more than half, when it is the more than half of the square is shaded, then this is considered as 1. In a square, if less than half is shaded, this is taken as 0. No area is taken into consideration when it comes to less than half part. Okay, when a square is shaded half part, it will be taken as half. Half into 1, if we do, we will get 1 half. This way we are going to find out the area. The first thing what we are going to do is use a graph paper, draw two triangles which are congruent. Congruent means what? All sides are equal. All sides are equal. So we are going to draw two triangles which are having the same area because they have given equal areas. So first in the graph paper we are going to draw two triangles which are of same shape and size and which have the same area. That is what we are going to do. Let me show you the graph paper, how to draw. So a graph paper is taken and then ABC is one triangle which is drawn, and then DEF is another triangle which is drawn. Here you can see that here you count how many squares are full squares and how many half squares are there, and draw both the triangles and color the triangles on the graph paper. And see, on the book I have pasted. You should copy the question. Below that you have to draw the triangles, color them, and then paste this graph paper in your class workbook. Paste your graph paper in your class workbook. Now after you finish drawing in the graph paper, we are going to start solving our problem. Okay? Okay. Now first thing you have to draw, I have shown you in the graph paper, equal area. So let's find out the area of triangle ABC. Area of triangle ABC. So how to find out the area of triangle ABC on a squared sheet is, first you have to count the number of full squares, then count the number of half squares, then count the number of more than half squares, then count the number of less than half squares, and then find out the area. Okay, so here full squares plus half squares plus more than half squares, I will write from here, plus more than half squares plus less than half squares. So let's look at the figure and count and write. So area of the triangle is full squares, means one full complete square. How many complete squares are shaded or colored in the triangle? 2 plus. How many halves? No. Okay. So this into 0. Then less than half squares means I told it will be taken as 0 and 0 into 0. So let's write 1 2s are 2 plus this we have 4 squares. So this is 2 times. So 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Area of a triangle ABC. Always area is in square units. So it's 4 square units. 4 square units. 1 into 0 is 0. That's why we did not write. 0 into 0 is 0. So we did not write. So we got the area of triangle ABC as 4 square units. Now let us check for the area of triangle DEF. Triangle DEF. Now no need of writing this formula because you already know the formula. We are just going to count and write. So full squares, how many are there? 2 full squares. Plus how many half squares are there? 4 half squares. Plus how many more than half squares are there? 0. How many less than half squares are there? 0. So this is equal to 1 2s are 2. This cancel. 2 1s are 2 2s are 4. So 2 is left. 1 into 0 is 0. So plus 0 plus 0 into 0 0. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So this is 4 square units. 4 square units. So the condition what they gave that the areas should be equal. Two triangles of same area. We have proved that both the areas of these two triangles are same. Now let us see. They also asked us about the perimeter of these congruent triangles. Perimeter, what is the formula or how do you measure the perimeter? Perimeter, you know that it is the sum of the sides. Sum of all sides. So now let us use CPCT. What is the full form of CPCT? Very good. What is it? Corresponding parts of concurrent triangles. According to this, you know that AB is equal to DE. Okay. BC is equal to EF. CA is equal to FD. Okay. Two triangles are there. Now we are comparing. Each side is equal to the corresponding other side. So all these are equal. Now let us find out, let us add up all this. So AB plus BC plus CA is equal to DE plus EF plus FD. Okay. AB plus BC plus CA. That means we are adding up all the sides. Then DE plus EF plus FD. Here also we are adding up all the sides. This is nothing but the perimeter of triangle ABC. So perimeter of triangle ABC is equal to perimeter of triangle DEF. Understood this? Now we have finished the first part of our solution. They asked you to find out the area and perimeter of concurrent triangles drawn on the square sheet. Square sheet we have drawn, then we have found out the area of triangle ABC, then we found out the area of triangle DEF. Then according to the CPCT, that is corresponding parts of concurrent triangles, we know that the corresponding sides are equal to each other. So we know that all three sides are equal. Three sides of one triangle is equal to the three sides of the other triangle. Then we have added this part AB plus BC plus CA, DE plus EF plus FD. This is nothing but the perimeter of triangle ABC and this is nothing but the Perimeter of triangle DEF. They asked you to find out the relationship, and here you are able to find a relationship. Perimeter of triangle ABC is equal to perimeter of triangle DEF. Understood this? Copy in your class workbooks, children. Okay, now let us do the second bit, the triangles that are not congruent. So take your graph sheet, draw two triangles which are right angled and their length is not same. Okay, see, like this only you draw so that it is easy for you to write the solution. Okay, one triangle is MNO and the other triangle is IJK. Okay, understood? Okay, let's continue with our solution now. Let us write, find out the area. Area of triangle MNO is equal to full squares plus half squares plus more than half squares plus less than half squares. This is the formula to find out the area when we are drawing in the graph paper. Full squares means 1 into, how many full squares are there? Very good, 2 are there, so write 2 there. Plus half squares, how many are there? Half into, how many are there? Any half square is there? No, so write 0. Now next, how many more than half squares are there? 2 are there. So 1 we will take into 2 plus, how many less than half squares are there? 3. Okay, so this is equal to 2 ones are 2. Half into 0, anything into 0 is 0. 1 into 2, 1 2s are 2. Plus 0 3s are 0. So 2 plus 2 is 4 square units. Okay, now let us find out the area of triangle IJK. This is equal to, now we are not writing the formula, we will write it directly. 1 into 2, how many half squares are there? No half squares. Plus, how many more than half squares are there? 2 more than half squares. Plus, how many less than half squares are there? 2. Okay, so this is equal to 2 plus, this is 0. 1 2s are 2. 0 into 2 is 0. So 2 plus 2 is 4 square units. Did you fulfill the first condition? Square area should be equal? Yes. Area of MNO and IJK is equal to 4 square units only. So now let us find out the perimeter. What we should find out? Perimeter. Perimeter, you can easily tell that the area of MNO is equal to IJK, but triangle MNO is not congruent to triangle IJK. So let us write that. Triangle MNO area is equal to triangle IJK area, but triangle MNO is not congruent to triangle IJK. Now what we can do, we can measure and add up the sides to find out the perimeter. By measuring, By measuring perimeter, you know that perimeter of triangle MNO, this is greater than perimeter of which triangle? IJK. Perimeter of IJK. Understood? So perimeters are not equal. So perimeters are not equal. Perimeters are not equal. Understood this? Copy in your class workbooks. Let's do the 8th problem. If triangle ABC and triangle PQR are to be congruent, name one additional condition of corresponding parts. What criteria did you use? So here two triangles are given, ABC and then PQR. Now they are asking us which criteria you can show that both the triangles are equal to each other. First of all, let us write what is given in the question. So here you can see that angle B is equal to angle Q, which is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, angle B is equal to angle Q. Next, they have given that angle C is equal to angle R. Angle C is equal to angle R. We don't know the measure, so we are not writing, but we know for sure that angle C is equal to angle R. Now, what is the condition which is going to help you to say that these two triangles are congruent to each other? When we take angle, okay, this is an example what I am taking. If I take that these two angles are equal, this is not a congruency condition. If two triangles are having all three angles same, they become similar triangles. What do they become? Similar triangles they become, but they do not become congruent triangles. So this is not the condition. So what is the other case where you can tell that the triangles are congruent? Very good. Side should be taken into consideration. So here they have not given any information about the side. So if they give the measure that AB is equal to PQ. If they give the condition as AB is equal to PQ, this is an angle, and this is a side. Okay. So according to this, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. So let us see what is this. 90 degrees. Then angle C they have given. Then they have given the side. So AAS. According to that, you know that these two are congruent to each other. This is first case. Now let us take the second part. If we consider that BC is equal to two angles are there on the same side, same way you have to see this side, QR. So BC is equal to QR. This is a side that we are taking. Then triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. What is the reason? By which axiom? By this is the included angle. So this is ASA criteria. Now this is the second case. Now let us take the last case where we are going to consider that AC is equal to PR. This is one side. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. What is the condition? By Angle, 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 side, congruency. Angle, angle, side, congruency. Understood this? Any one of these three conditions, if they give, you can say that the triangles are congruent to each other. Understood this? Copy in your class workbooks, children. So here they have given the ninth problem. Explain why triangle ABC and FED are congruent to each other. What is the condition that they have asked you? So from the figure you can see that angle B is equal to angle E. Both of them are equal to 90 degrees, and you are given that BC is equal to DE. Both of them are equal. This is the side and this is the angle which these are the angles which are equal. Angle is equal, side is equal, and they have given another angle which is angle A is equal to angle F. Angle A is equal to angle F. Some of the textbooks angle F they have not marked, but you need to mark it. Okay. Angle A is equal to angle F. This is an angle. So, which congruency criteria are you using? Very good. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED by which congruency? These angles are to the other side and this is to the other side. So, by AAS, that is angle, angle, side. Understood this? Okay. With this, we have completed this chapter and today there is no homework. So, let's meet in the next class, children.